guys, so today I want to talk to you about weight and weight loss. So often we put too much stock, far too much stock in the number on the scale. So this is actually only one measure of progress, okay? And it's actually a really flawed one. So our body is made up of lots of different things. It's made up of water. 70% of us is made up of water actually. We are made up of muscle, we are made up of bone, we are made up of fat. And you know, we focus a little bit too much on the number on the scales being the only defining feature as to where our progress is. When actually, that number, you could be losing water, you could be gaining water, you could be losing muscle, you could be gaining muscle. And there's a lot of reasons why you can have short-term weight fluctuations. 90% of them are related to water, not fat gain. So we often have clients that, you know, they come in, they've done diets in the past, and they are really fixated on the number on the scales because that's the only measure that they've ever used of progress to tell them whether they're doing well or not. And actually, as I said, it's totally flawed. So the things that can affect it, short term in particular, are water retention due to high salt. So let's say you have a particularly salty meal the night before, you get on the scales, you are going to have gained and be holding water, and that will weigh. If you have eaten very late at night and you've maybe not been to the loo yet, then that food is still in your system and it is going to weigh. You are going to be noticing that change on the scales. It's going to weigh heavier. If you are a woman, then hormones can play a huge part in how we our weight. You know, water retention through hormonal changes is massive. You can put on 4, 5, even 6 pounds in a day when we are on our monthly cycle. The other thing is, and this is the one that's a little bit of a kicker, if you do a big heavy weights workout, then your muscles are going to retain water while they are repairing, and you will weigh heavier after that workout. Now all of these things, guys, are a temporary gain, okay? They're not fat gain, okay? The other thing, guys, is things like carbohydrates. So carbohydrates will make you hold water. So if you're having high carb, starchy carbs, like bread, potatoes, pasta, things like that, the chances are that you're going to hold water. The other thing is stress. So cortisol, the stress hormone, is an absolute nightmare for weight loss. And you know, if you are stressed, if you are not sleeping properly, then that is going to affect your weight as well. But what I also want to talk to you about, guys, in this slightly longer video today is that, you know, we hear people all this time say, oh, you know, muscle weighs heavier than fat. Muscle doesn't weigh heavier than fat. A pound is a pound. But this represents a pound of fat and this represents a pound of muscle. So look at the difference in size, yeah? They both weigh a pound, but this is far denser, it's smaller, it occupies a smaller space in your body than this. So what you've got to realize is if you are particularly working out, if you're trying to lose weight, but you're working out properly, you are, you know, you're doing weight training, you're eating enough protein, and you are gaining lean muscle, then the chances are that is going to slow down weight loss on the scales. Now that does not mean that you are not progressing. What that means is that you are gaining exactly the right kind of weight, which is this kind. Muscle. Muscle is efficient, it burns calories, it keeps you strong, it is so much more beneficial to your body than this. So please, 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 guys, stop fixating on that number on that scales. If you are losing body fat and gaining muscle, your shape is going to change, you are going to feel stronger, fitter, leaner, but the number on the scales might not change. So please don't get hung up on that. Hope that's been beneficial. Follow us for some more tips, guys, and if you are looking for a way to lose weight, lose fat, gain muscle, be healthier, pop into us, book in for a wellness evaluation, and we will look at all your readings, including your muscle mass, your water, your metabolic age, your body fat percentage, because you are not just one number on the scales and that does not define you.